Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Mita Amelia. In this occasion, I would like to describe about language acquisition in psycholinguistics. According to Sirbu 2015 in his article, language is a communication between each society members, and linguistics is the study of language and structure and development of language in general or particular. According to Atman in Jodai 2011 in his article, psycholinguistics is the study of psychological and neurological factors that enable people to acquire, to understand, use, and to produce languages. Language acquisition is the process by which humans acquire the ability to perceive and to understand language. In other words, to acquire the ability to recognize and understand language, and to produce and use words and sentences to communicate to each other. There are four theories of language acquisition. The first is behaviorism, reinforcement, analogy, and modalism. Language is a kind of verbal behavior. It is proposed that children learn language through imitation, reinforcement, analogy, and similar processes. B.F. Skinner, the founder of behaviorism, proposed a model of language acquisition in his book entitled Verbal Behavior. Do children learn through imitation? Imitation is involved to some extent. An American child may hear milk, and a Mexican child may hear leche. But their early words and sentences, they are not just imitating every adult's language. Every children contracts grammar's language acquisition is a creative process because children are not given any information about the grammar and the linguistic rules of how delivering a language, and they are just imitate and learn through adults around them. Language is extremely complex. Children before 5 already know the complex system that make up the grammar of language. It is syntactic, phonological, morphological, semantic, and pragmatic rules of grammar. Children are creative in the use of language. It is because they know the grammatical rules that they never heard or they never deliver. Nobody teaches grammatical rules to the children, and they already know the simple grammatical rules of sentences. There are several stages in language acquisition in children. The first is babbling. Babbling is a stage in child development and a stage in language acquisition. Babbling begins shortly after birth, progresses through several stages as the infant's repertoire expands and vocalization become more speech-like. The next is holoplastic stage. Holoplastic stage is children's uterus is one word, and the next is telegraphic stage. Telegraphic stage is starting to put words together into sentences. The conclusion of our discussion is that language is a tool for communicate to each society member, and psycholinguistics is the combination of psychology and linguistics, and language acquisition is how humans produce and acquire a language. And there are 4 theories of language acquisition. It's behaviorism, reinforcement, analogical, and modernist. So this is the end of my presentation. Thank you for following my presentation today. I hope you understand, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.